Hey, healthy friends. I hope you are doing a great job out there, doing great out there, and it's just maintaining your health, staying clean, staying aware, and remembering to breathe as always. So, if you haven't remembered, let's just take a deep breath just to get into this topic. But today we are shining the light on why you cannot make someone else leave a toxic relationship. So we see it all the time. Our friends or even our family members, they enter into relationships and then they start telling us about the different trials and tribulations that they're going through. And we sometimes listen and offer unsolicited advice to help them get out of their situation. And I know someone like me, when I have friends or family members or anyone that's close to me and they present an issue or problem, I take it on as my own and I want to find the solution for them and I want to fix them and I want to help them to be happy. And I sometimes make their red flags my red flags, right? And I want them to get out of the situation. Um, and they don't. And they continue to return to the same situation over and over again, as many times as you advise them to leave, right? And some friendships fall out because of this. Some become distant, but the ones who remain less opinionated and judgy usually remain intact. And I know in my earlier years, I was extremely judgmental and I was extremely opinionated in my friends' situation. And a lot of those friendships, they were severed because of this. And I'm realizing that a lot of the friendships that I maintain right now is because I'm less judgmental and they're able to be themselves and they're able to feel comfortable even if they feel as though they're making a mistake. So let's just remember not to judge, as difficult as it is. We were truly programmed as judgmental beings because that's what this whole world is about. Everyone judges everyone. Everyone wants everyone to be different so that they can make themselves feel comfortable around them, right? How selfish too at the same time. And I know, and I have to remind myself this sometimes too because like I said, we live in an extremely judgmental world, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're expecting and holding other people up to our own standards. And many of us live in this black and white world where it's either right or wrong based off of your standards, but that isn't what it is. The world isn't black and white. There are always many different angles that we can look at situations. And so in actuality, life is holographic and we should develop more of a holographic thinking. This is where you can view life from many different angles and see that we are truly all connected. Like I know they were having holographic concerts and when you look at the images, you can see the image from all different angles. It's not 3D, it's better than 3D, right? And so it looks like the person is alive and right there in front of you, the people that has deceased. I know that they did a holographic Whitney Houston concert. And it looks as if Whitney is literally on stage. So from any different angle that you are in the concert, you're still able to see Whitney. And that's kind of what the holographic mindset is. No matter what angle someone is presenting to you, you can still empathize and connect with what they're saying, regardless if you agree or not. You can connect to their truth and realize that that is true for them and that is okay. It doesn't make them any different from you. I know, completely far fetched idea and process to think about, especially because this isn't how we were normally programmed to think. Like I said, we had parents who raised us, and 9 times out of 10, it was their way or the highway. They didn't raise us. Conscious parenting, I see it now where we're being more supportive of who our children really are and nurturing of who they really are instead of trying to get them to be who we want them to be. So when you are in a situation where you feel as though you're telling someone constantly, your situation is toxic, you should leave your boyfriend, or you should leave your girlfriend, or certain people you don't want to deal with because you realize they're toxic, and you're telling other people not to deal with them, but they are going back to the same person. We have to realize a few things. The first thing is we are all living in our own worlds, coexisting. So there are multiple worlds going on, but we're coexisting at the same time. And what I'm really trying to explain to you is that we're all experiencing life from a different angle, which is why the holographic thinking is so powerful, because it allows you to accept that your angle is not the only angle in which you are seeing something, and it's true, but it doesn't take away from the truth of my angle as well. So when someone is in a toxic situation, that situation may not be toxic for them in their reality based off of their standards that they have created for them. We operate with how we're taught, and that's what we give back. And then, however, we decide when we grow up, like, you know what, I was taught this, but I don't like it. I actually want to change it. If you're able to be a reflective person, there are certain things that you might want to change about yourself in order to make yourself improve and make yourself better. And then you create these standards. Then you have the boundaries, and your self-worth deepens. That level of self-worth is only for you. Your boundaries are only for you. So whatever you allow in your world is what you feel you are worth. A completely hard pill to swallow, right? Especially when we talked about the narcissists for the past 2 episodes. And if you've dealt with them, you know that they treat you horribly, especially if you are in, it doesn't even matter what kind of situation, but if you're dealing with them on a personal relationship level, you know that they treat you horribly. But you have to remember that this is what you believe to be true for yourself. This is what you are accepting and allowing for yourself based off of what you believe to be true for you. So it's very important when we are sitting back and we're looking at other people in toxic situations. Our worlds and their worlds are two different worlds, and they may not be able to connect with your world, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, your journey and my journey may cross paths. They may interconnect. They may intersect, but they're still two individual journeys. And what we have to do now is understand how to honor each other's individual journeys and support each other without taking the journey personal. Whether you interconnect, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're in a marriage, whether you have children, it doesn't matter. Your journey is your journey, and their journey is theirs. No two journeys are the same. I don't care if you guys are identical twins who dress alike still at 35 and 55. I don't care. Your journeys are two separate journeys, and they cannot be judged the same way. So when we are looking at our friends, we may think that we're coming from a place, but realize, one, don't offer any unsolicited advice. Wait for permission. Ask for permission. Hey, is it okay if I share something with you? But still allow them to be in their space. Two, support your friend and try to send them love. It's really difficult when we care about someone because we think that showing them that we care is saving them and rescuing them from their experience. But that's not how. Showing that we care is supporting them during their experience and allowing them to learn on their own without judgment. No one is perfect. We're all learning and we're all evolving. Even the greatest masters, your pastors, people that you look up to as these individuals that are setting an amazing example, are still out here fucking up every single day. They are. So we have to understand that no matter what, we're still human. No matter how spiritual Coach C gets, I can meditate for 15 hours straight. I can go to a Vipassana and not talk for 10 days straight. And at the end of the day, when I leave the Vipassana, my ass is still a human and I'm still going to make human mistakes. So we have to be a little bit more lenient. We have to be more open minded and allow ourselves to challenge our own reality based off the reality that we see around us by making us more accepting and receptive of different views and ways of living life. Your person, your friend's level of self love is not your level of self love. So they may be able to accept a relationship that is verbally abusive. That may be a norm. They may still feel loved in that situation. There are levels to every single thing and layers to every single thing in life. And so we cannot tell someone that what they're experiencing isn't true to them. Because if they find it to be true for them, it's true for them. We cannot come into their world and tell them that it's not true. So let's move towards a more loving and supportive light. If someone's life is in danger and you don't want to support that, you have that option as well. You have that choice. If it's interfering with your reality, where now you're constantly dealing with someone who's in an abusive relationship, they're coming to you, they're dumping their energy on you, and then they're not allowing, they're dumping their energy on you, and now it's taking a toll, a negative toll on your life, where you're now attracting things, where you're now upset about things. In those situations, you have the right to separate yourself from certain realities so that you don't attract that. So just know that you always have options. You always get to choose how you want to create your life moving forward and the reality that you want moving forward, just like the next person. So holographic thinking is what we need to incorporate into our lives, looking at many different perspectives to understand one situation, allowing many different perspectives to be true at the same time with one situation. Is that love? No. Does she feel like it? No, to me. Does that mean that it's not true? No. But does that mean that it's not love for that person? No. Could it be love for them? Yes. And allow that truth for them. It's difficult because we're literally moving with our own agenda most of the time, but we have to realize that our agenda is only for us and their agenda is for them. So if you haven't already done so, my book is on Amazon. At the end of the day, it's me, Overcoming the Addiction to Toxic Relationships. You can follow me on Instagram at continued_expansion. And if you would like a one-on-one coaching, reach out to me. Reach out to your girl. Give me a shot. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send them in. And just remember to breathe. We are all working through these difficult times. And that is all I have for you today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.